Whether you're printing off photos to save in your scrapbook or want to have some glossy prints of your best pictures handy, a good photo printer can make a huge difference when you're saving those important images. While most printers can print images, the best printers for pictures can accurately and vividly reproduce colors, while still retaining detail from your original photo. Inkjet printers also tend to be better suited for printing photos, and some inkjets even include special photo cartridges to give you an even better color reproduction. We've tested over 120 printers, and below are our recommendations for the best photo printers you can buy. For other options, check out our picks for the best home printers, the best inkjet printers, and the best all-in-one printers. Are you looking for the best keyword? In this video, we will look at some of the best keyword on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Canon Imageprograph Pro 300. The best photo printer we've tested is the Canon Imageprograph Pro 300, a professional-grade photo printer. It produces incredibly detailed, vibrant, and color-accurate pictures with no banding or other artifacts. Its printing speed is slow, taking over 2 minutes to print a 4x6 photo, though this is part of the cost of high-quality photos. It supports borderless printing in various paper sizes up to 13x19. Connectivity options include Wi-Fi, USB, and Ethernet, and there's support for Apple AirPrint and Mopria print service, so you can easily print from your Apple and Android devices without installing any drivers or a third-party app. This printer uses 9 cartridges, including specific photo cartridges that work only on glossy photo paper, meaning you won't have to worry about depleting the photo ink if you shift to printing documents or reports. That said, the cartridges are only good for about 400 color prints, and they're expensive, so you'll have to spend a fair amount of money on maintenance. Another downside is that it's a print-only model, meaning you'll need a separate scanner if you want to digitize photos. Number 2. Epson EcoTank Photo ED 8550. If you don't need a professional-grade printer but still want high-quality photos, get the Epson EcoTank Photo ED 8550 instead. The main difference in print quality between this model and the Canon Imageprograph Pro 300 is color accuracy, as the ED 8550 tends to oversaturate the colors to make them appear more vibrant. Printed photos still look visually pleasing, just not as color accurate. It's also a great option to print posters, as it supports paper sizes up to 13x19. It has the usual Wi-Fi, USB, and Ethernet connectivity, and can print directly from an South Dakota card. As you may have guessed from its name, the ED 8550 is a super tank model, meaning it has a refillable ink tank instead of cartridges. A full tank yields thousands of prints, and the ink bottles are cheap, so you don't need to worry about high maintenance costs. Its flatbed scanner supports sheets up to 8.5x14 and produces very high-quality scans, which is great for digitizing photos. If you don't need wide format printing and would rather save some money, you can go with the cheaper the Epson EcoTank Photo ED 8500 variant. It performs exactly like the ED 8550, but only supports paper sizes up to 8.5x11. Number 3. Epson EcoTank ED 2800 ED 2803. For a more modest mid-range pick, we chose the Epson EcoTank ED 2800, also known as the Epson EcoTank ED 2803 at Walmart and Target. Like our recommendation above, it's an all-in-one super tank model that yields thousands of prints, meaning your maintenance cost will remain low over time. However, it only uses the usual cyan, magenta, yellow, and black ink. It still prints very detailed photos, but because it has a narrower color range, some colors don't come out as well, like bright, saturated tones. You can connect via USB or Wi-Fi, and there's support for Apple AirPrint and Mopria print service. This printer works with Epson's Smart Panel mobile app, which you can use to print, scan, and perform maintenance tasks. The scanner produces good quality scans with nice coloring, but it has trouble capturing finer details, so it might not be ideal if you're looking to digitize photos. It also prints very slowly, taking around 1.5 minutes to print a single 4x6 photo. Number 4. Canon PIXMA TR8620A. For those on a tighter budget, we recommend the Canon PIXMA TR8620A. This all-in-one produces detailed and vibrant photos, and supports various paper sizes up to 8.5x11. You can connect to the printer via Wi-Fi, USB, or Ethernet, and you can print directly from an South Dakota card. It has a high-resolution scanner, but the scan quality is only okay, so it isn't the best for digitizing photos. The main downside of this model is that, unlike our EcoTank pics above, this model uses more traditional ink cartridges. These cartridges run out quickly, meaning you'll need to replace them often. Thankfully, the cartridges are relatively cheap, so your running cost will remain low. You just need to do more maintenance. If you prefer a super tank model, get the Canon PIXMA G3260 instead. Its ink tank yields significantly more prints, making it incredibly cheap to maintain. It has a slightly wider color range than the TR8620, but it isn't as color accurate, as printed photos have a noticeably warmer tone. It also prints much slower and doesn't feel as well built as the TR8620. Number 5. Canon PIXMA MG3620. If you need a cheap printer to print the occasional photo, we recommend the Canon PIXMA MG3620. It prints good quality photos with lots of fine details and decent color accuracy, and it does so fairly quickly, taking only 50 seconds to print a 4x6 picture on glossy paper. The main drawback is that it only uses 2 ink cartridges, one black and one tricolor. These ink cartridges don't last very long, meaning you'll have to replace them often, and since it uses a tricolor cartridge, you have to replace the entire cartridge if only a single color runs out. There are XL cartridges available, but again, it won't yield as many prints as a model with more cartridges or a super tank model. Thankfully, the cartridges are cheap, so your overall maintenance cost won't rise too quickly. Number 6. Canon PIXMA TR150. If you're looking for the best printer for printing photos on the go, check out the Canon PIXMA TR150. A print-only inkjet model with a built-in rechargeable battery. It has USB and Wi-Fi connectivity, and supports Apple AirPrint and Mopria print service, meaning you can easily connect your smartphone and start printing without installing any drivers or third-party apps. Printed photos look detailed and colorful, albeit slightly grainy. You'll have to replace the ink cartridges often, as they yield only about 190 color prints. However, they're relatively cheap, so it won't cost too much to maintain over time. The internal battery is good for around 330 prints, and takes about 2 hours to fully charge. If you want something even more compact, get the Canon Selfie Square QX10. It's significantly more compact, meaning it's easier to fit into a handbag, and it has an internal rechargeable battery. However, it uses dye sublimation to print photos, and can only print on Canon's 2.84x 3.35 proprietary paper. The print quality isn't as good as the TR150, though that's to be expected, as it's designed to produce more Polaroid-like photos. Unfortunately, its cost per print is much higher, so it can get very expensive if you print a lot. Also, you can only print about 20 photos before the battery runs out of power.